Good morning. Welcome to my practice this morning, and it's going to be on total body flexibility, and I would like to do a majority of it in a standing position. So what you might need is a chair of any kind that you can use for stability and support at your side as we go through some of the body flexibility joints throughout the practice this morning. So welcome, and let's get started. What I'd like you to do is have about feet distance apart, having your feet hip distance apart, and we'll start with just dropping our chin down and bringing it up again and dropping it down. And as you bring it up, keep it level with your shoulders, looking over to your right, keeping that chin nice and level and back to the center, looking to your left, out over the shoulder and back. Couple more times, turning, getting those joints in the neck warmed up, ready for our flexibility practice. One more time, out over the shoulder and bringing it back to center, and the last time. Very good. Taking your right ear and thinking about dropping it off to the side toward the shoulder and then bringing it up. And as we do these exercises, we take a breath and then we exhale as we drop the ear toward the other shoulder. And bringing it up, take a breath, exhale, and up, and exhale. One more time on each side. Breathe and exhale. Taking the chin and the head straight, and last time over to the other side. Very nice. Taking the arms up with a breath and rolling them out. Exhale. Up we go, reaching and exhale. Last one, reaching up and exhale. Beautiful. Shoulders up and around, scoot them to the back, make nice big circles. And now rotate them forward, keeping them together, keeping a nice straight posture, inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Great job. Taking a nice gentle twist here to your right, looking out over that shoulder and then back to the center, and taking a breath and twisting the opposite direction and back to center. We'll do a couple more, getting us to exhale on the twist. Inhale back and exhale. Very nice. And the arms up together and taking it over to your right and back to the center, taking it to your left and back to center. One more time. Over and back to center and exhale. Beautiful. Now I'd like you to keep your arms at your side and then take another deep breath here. And as you exhale, your right fingertips come forward as your left fingertips reach back. Good. Inhale, and now the opposite. Your left fingers forward, your right fingers back. And we'll do two more. And exhale, and up, and exhale. Very, very nice. And bring those arms all the way to your sides. Now, taking your arms and giving yourself like a bear hug, wrapping those fingers around as deeply as you can toward reaching for your shoulder blades. Good. And then opening up wide. Inhale here, and now the opposite side with the arms crisscrossing to the other side. And open, big breath, and exhale. Large, big breath, and exhale. Very good. And bring them open and back to your sides. Making fists. We're going to just bring, we'll start, I'll mirror you, bringing your right fist up to your armpit and down, and then your opposite up and down. And now we're going to do it a little quicker with our breathing. Up and down, inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Very nice. Taking the arms one more time, reaching for the ceiling, thinking about one hand reaching up and then the other. Think about reaching with the breath, exhaling as you do the reach. So inhale, exhale. One more time, each side. Very nice. And cactus arms, bringing the elbows, forearms together and opening wide. Bringing them together and opening wide. Last one, bringing it together and opening wide. And drop them to your sides. Want you to make fists and open those fingers as wide as you can and bring them back to the fists. And open, and bring them back, and open. Very nice. And now drop them to your sides again. We'll do a few bicep curls here. Try and bring your fingertips all the way up to the shoulders, keeping your elbows tight against your body. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Last time. Good. Very nice. And now what I'd like to do is just rotate those hips around. If you need your chair, have your hand ready to go to grab the chair. And now let's reverse our circle. Good. Can do some lower body work today because we're standing. It'll be a little bit different workout than we've done in a chair. Good work. And as you're standing with your inside hand touching the chair, I want you to bring that outside leg up and putting it back down. And see if you, as you bring it up, you can make it level like a tabletop and bringing it back down and up and down and up and down. One more time. Up and down. Good job. Same leg again. We're going to roll the ankle and the foot, and we're going to see if we can just lift it up off the floor. And we're going to do circles as we stand nice and tall, breathing. And now rotate your circle in the opposite direction. Very nice. Good. And still on that leg, you're going to put that foot down, and you're going to take that leg out about 20 inches to the side and bringing it back and standing on it. And bringing it out and in, and out and in, and out and in, and one more time. Out and in. Very nice. Now, you may feel that the leg that you're standing on is getting a workout, which it is. And if you're able to still do this, we're going to do on that leg, we're going to do swinging that outside leg forward, tapping the toes forward, swinging and tapping them back behind you. Tapping forward, tapping back. Tapping forward and tapping back and forward and back. And last one, tap forward and tap back. Very nice. Shake out those legs, and we're going to do the other side, the other leg. I'm going to shift my chair. And so now I am standing more on that inside leg, which would be the opposite leg. And we're going to just start out by lifting, making a nice flat shelf with our upper leg. Don't forget about the breathing. Usually take a breath coming back and exhale as you bring that leg up. Still standing nice and tall. And one more time. Good job. Okay, the next one you'd like to do here is we'd like to pull that foot up off the floor, and we'd like to do those ankle circles. Ankle circles in one direction. And now let's take it in the opposite direction. Still standing tall, having the standing leg doing some work as well. Good, and then putting that leg down. We're going to go out to the side about 15-20 inches, keeping the leg nice and straight, and then bringing it back. And out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and one more time, out, and back in. And then the last one here is to point the foot out, tap the toes down out front, swing the leg back, and tap the toes behind you. And tap, and behind, tap. And forward, tap, and behind, tap. Good. And one more after this. And behind, tap forward, and tap back. Very nice. And standing with your feet about hip distance apart, have your chair available to you. We're going to bend our knees, whatever's available to you, keeping our feet flat on the floor and then standing. And the breathing with this is usually you take a breath, and as we bend and squat, we exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Very nice. Now, I'm going to have us do the same exercise, but I'd like to do it using that outside arm that you're not needing really for stability on your chair, so that when you go down in your squat, your arm comes up and then it comes right back to your side. So with the breathing, it's the same. Take a breath here and exhale as you lift that arm and bend the knees. Good. And lift that arm and bend the knees. Good. We'll do two more on that side. Lift the arm and bend the knees. Very nice. Last one. Exhale. Very good. And while we're here on this side, this leg, we're going to bring that leg up, and I liken it to opening a gate and then closing the gate. And opening the gate and closing the gate, so that I'm kind of trying to rotate that hip outward and inward. Now, if you have a hip replacement, you're not to be crossing over the midline by closing the gate, but you can practice this exercise by going out and back center and out and back center. You just don't cross it like this in front. Very good. Let's try it on the other leg. The same exercise. Starting with just the squats, just plain old squats, down and up. Keeping the shoulders, the head, everything in alignment as you squat into it. Good job. And we'll do one more. And whatever's available to you, everybody's going to be different how deep they can squat and bend those knees. All right, this time we're doing it with some stability, of course, if you need to hang on. But we're going to raise that arm up as we squat down on this side. So take a breath here. And exhale. Good. Take a breath and squat and exhale. Raise that arm as high as you can. Reach. Good. And then the last one. Good job. All right, here's the one we did with the gate. Make sure you're sturdy and steady on that inside leg. And you're going to raise up that outer leg. And you're going to turn it out like you're opening this gate. And now we're closing the gate. And we're opening. And we're closing. We're opening. And we're closing, and opening, and closing, and we'll do one more. Opening, and closing. Very, very good, and putting that leg down. Okay, what I'd like us to do is roll those hips around again. Like to get your whole body, if you don't need to hang on to the chair, get your whole body into it, rolling in a circle, and let's reverse that circle. Good. Let's reverse. Just play around with that a little bit. Good, and then back the opposite way. Good. Excellent. Okay, if you can, I'd like you to take a position behind your chair, okay? And I'd like you to put your feet back, a couple feet from the back of the chair, so that when you bend forward and you've got a hold on the chair, you're going to try and make a nice flat back with very straight legs. This is to stretch our hamstrings. I think what's best is if I turn to the side, so you can see that angle. And I've got a nice flat back. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm breathing. And then I'm rising up to a nice tall stance. And I am exhaling as I come down and make this back nice and flat, looking straight out about 5 feet out in front of me. And then coming up to a nice straight stand. We'll do that 2 more times. You feel it in those hamstrings. Those are joints where the muscles attach to the backs of the knees and to the pelvis area back here by the glutes. Take a breath. Exhale. Good. And bring it up. And exhale. Good, that's a nice workout to get those warmed up. All right, I'm going to have you stand a little closer to your chair because you're going to need the stability here. I would like you to bend your right leg up so that you've got a heel that seems like it wants to touch right here behind your butt, and then put it down and bring it up and then bring it down. And bring it up and bring it down. We're stressing those hamstrings. The knee joint is working. Exhale as you bring that heel up and down. Exhale and down, and one more time on that leg. Very good. And now I'm going to have you do the other side. You're about a foot away from the back of your chair. Your hands are on the back for stability and support. And I'm bringing that hamstring. Tighten it up, and the heel is up, and then I bring it back down. So this is hamstring work. This is knee joint work. And this is great for our core and our hip and abdominal strength as we strive to keep our balance and support with this chair. Bringing it up and down, and two more times. Up and down, and then the last one, it'll bring it up and down. Very nice. Okay, I'm again going to face you, and I want your feet, your legs, much wider than the chair. Turn our toes out, maybe in a V position, feet, lower legs, upper legs, and I've got my hands ready for support on the chair. I'm going to bend and squat, keeping my feet flat, and then coming straight up. Whatever's available to you, some of you this might be just it. That's fine. Okay, take a breath, and exhale, and come on up. Take a breath, exhale, take a breath as you come to a nice straight stand. Exhale, and up. Good. And squatting it down, breathing with it. Good exercise for the feet, the ankles, and especially our knees. Good job. And how about one more time? Beautiful. Okay, if you move your feet together a little bit, maybe hip distance apart again, I'm going to go into some full twists here, and I'll mirror you, so you're going to go to your right, and you're going to try and use your hands like a little leverage hanging on to your body, almost saying to yourself, okay, I got to pull this, got to stay tall, and I got to stay here and breathe for nice 2 breaths, and then return back again. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. So your feet hip distance apart, your right hand goes behind you, your left hand comes over here as you take a breath and twist. And take another breath, hold it, and coming back to the center. We're going to the other side now. So your your right arm will be coming across in front, okay? It'll look like this. I'm looking out to the side, I'm breathing, and coming back to the center. And we're going to do 3 more on both sides. So we're going to go back to your right. And then center, and now to your left. And center, and twist it. Make sure you take a nice breath, and you release that breath as your body twists. And twist. And one more on each side. And twist. And come back, and last one. Very nice. Taking those arms up and grabbing a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, taking it over to the side. hand straight, and then grabbing the other wrist and taking it over to the side. And we'll do one more on each side, and stretching that side body. You can feel the stretch up through the ribs. Yes, and over. Beautiful. And let's just swing our arms forward and back. Forward and back, shake out the shoulders. And placing the hands flat, palms, right on the back of the lower back. Standing up nice and tall, pull those elbows in, push out the chest, and take 3 nice deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. And drop the arms to the side. And now windmills. So first with your right arm, and then with your left arm. Up and over, up and over. Kind of like you're doing the backstroke. Really reach into it. Don't hold your breath. Inhale, exhale. Good job. All right, last couple things here while we're still standing. With your right hand, I want you to think about making a fist. You don't have to hang on to the chair unless you'd like to. I am going to come across my body, and I want to actually turn that right hip so that it's facing directly forward as I punch. Good. And bringing it back and punch it. So you're rotating here in the trunk of the body. Nice strong muscles. And one more time. And rotate. Good. Taking the other hand, making a fist. Feet are shoulder width apart. And bring it across and see if you can have your hip facing forward. Bring it back and punch it. So getting some twisting, some movement in here with the whole torso. Using our back muscles, our rib cage, our core muscles. And one more time. Very nice. Okay, now's a good time to maybe take your chair and have a seat on your chair. Good. I'd like you to take your right knee, and I'd like you to grab a hold of the shin with both your hands so that your right knee is up as high as you can put it. And all I want you to do is swing the ankle, the foot, forward and back. Forward and back. See if you can isolate the movement in the foot and ankle. Good. Forward and back. Nice. And now give it a couple turns. Clockwise, counterclockwise, and then switch direction. I'm isolating the ankle joint and the foot. Good. And now I'm putting it back down, and I'm going to grab a hold of the left one, bringing it up as high as you can, and you're swinging it forward and back. So it's kind of like you're pointing and flexing in midair here. Exaggerate it if you can. Really get some work there in that ankle joint and in the foot. Got a lot of little bones, little joints in our feet. Good. And now keeping it up, we're going to rotate clockwise and counterclockwise at your own speed. Uh-huh. Nice. Good, and then the feet are together. I'm sitting forward on my chair. My feet are underneath my knees. My lower legs, everything's lined up. And now I want to rise up. Whoops, I better let you see. Rise up on the balls of my feet. And I'm going to open my knees as wide as I can. And then I'm going to close them tight together. So take a breath, exhale, inhale forward together, exhale, and back and forth, sitting nice and tall, letting my hip joints, my legs doing all the work. Good. And open one more time after this one. Good. Extend your right leg straight out. And I'm still on the front of my chair so that I have room to move around. And my toes are facing straight up. And my heel is like a doorstop. It's on the ground. Good. The other leg is bent. My foot is flat. I'm going to take my arms, bring them up with a big breath, and reach all the way down, flanking my leg. Seeing how far I can bring my fingertips toward my ankle and my foot. And bringing it up with a breath. And exhale. And breath, inhale, exhale. I don't know about you, but each time I reach down, I get closer to my toes. Exhale. Last time here. Keep your foot nice and flexed, your toes up. Very nice. And arms back, feet come together, and extend your left leg. Toes are pointed up. I'm flexed at the ankle. My leg is nice and straight. I'm on the end of my chair. I bring my arms up. And I reach forward. Exhale. Reach up. This is my better side. My hamstring is much more stretchy on this side than on my other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one coming up. Reach and exhale. Very nice. While you're sitting nice and tall in that chair, extend those arms, fingers face and point toward the floor. You're going to tip it first to your right. Come back straight and then to your left. You can kind of feel that in the lower back. Make sure that you take a breath on the way up and exhale on the way down. Continue this. See if you can get a little further toward the floor each and every time. Very good. Keep your butt right on that chair. You can lift your hip a little bit if you want, but none of us, I don't think, will touch the floor, but we're certainly giving it a good try. And one more on each side. Very good. Roll the shoulders back. Bend the elbows, cactus arms. And roll the shoulders. And roll them the opposite direction. Good. And now a little bit of wrist and hands. Gonna keep those fingers as wide as you can and drop them all forward. Think of the wrist being the highest part of that hand and wrist duo, if you will. Bring them back and drop them forward. Bring them back and drop forward. And bring them back and drop forward. Very nice. See if you can put your finger pads together, being able to see right through the middle of those joined fingers and close them as you try to bring your forearms and your elbows in and touch. Bring them out as high as you can and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Drop the forearms forward onto your thighs with an open hand and see if you can do a simple bicep curl, bringing those fingers up and touching your shoulders and then bringing them down to the fronts of your thighs. Up and down, up and down, keeping those elbows hugged in. Good. And bending up and down and up and down, and one more time. Up and down. Beautiful. Okay, you're going to extend that right arm flat, straight out from the shoulder. Palm is up, facing the ceiling. With the other hand, grab those fingers and see if you can gently bring them down so that they are facing the floor by your feet. I'm going to just turn so that you can see the angle. I've got these fingers. They're facing down to the floor. My arm stays nice and straight. Good, and then bring it in, shake it out. And let's do the other side. Open that arm nice and straight. Take your opposite hand, pull gently so that the fingers are facing down toward the floor. And releasing, shaking them out. See if you can, like, stirring around and then change that circle or the direction, using all of your hand, your fingers, and your wrists. Good. Nice. And now, put your back against the back of the chair and taking your right leg and see if you can pull that foot and lower leg up and park it right on top of your opposite thigh. It's almost like my whole lower leg from the knee to the foot is a little baby that I am cradling in my hands. I might even want to rock that baby, but I'm just having us rest that ankle right on top. Now this may be enough stretch for anybody. Where do you feel it? Probably right through the glutes in the back, the hamstring. It might be even a challenge to bend your knee this much and get that foot up there. So now just breathe in and out. Couple nice deep breaths here. Allowing those muscles to stretch, their joints to do the work. And one more breath. Good job. And slowly you're going to lower that foot and leg to the floor and grab a hold of your left, seeing if you can place it up on the top of your thigh so that the ankle is resting right on the top of the thigh near the knee, and my knee is bent. Good. Maybe take it like it's a baby, rock it a little bit if you can, You're gonna feel a little more stretch on the back of the hamstring where it attaches to the glute, but now just have it rest. Adjust your posture and a deep breath in with an exhale. Do 3 in a row, nice big breaths. Very nice. And gently drop that foot to the floor and take a nice, even, stable position with your back leaning against the back of your chair, sitting up nice and tall. And once again, lifting that chin all the way up to the ceiling and bringing it level again and lifting it up and level. And one more time, lifting the chin as high as you can and then bringing it level. Taking the chin, looking out over your right shoulder. Hold it right there and take 2 nice deep breaths. And bringing that chin back level and going to the other side. Keeping the chin level, looking out now over your left shoulder. Breathe, 2 big breaths. And bringing it straight. Making a little hammock with your fingers clasped. See if you can just lay your head in that little hammock. My elbows are out. I've got most of the pressure of my head in my hands, and I want you to drop your chin down toward your chest and then bring it level. And drop it down and bringing it level and dropping it down and bringing it level. Very nice. Okay, final posing breath control is the deep natural breathing that we engage in to relax, to slow down our heart rate, to increase the amount of oxygen to every cell, every nerve, every little muscle and joint in our body. And if it's available to you, closing your eyes, making sure your back is pressed into the back of your chair. And inhale and then exhale. If you can breathe just through your nose, inhaling and exhaling, that is ideal. Using your entire lung capacity to take that breath and that get rid of all of the air in one exhalation before you take the next breath. Two more breaths. Thinking about relaxation and peace, and thinking about nothing else but what a healthful activity and a practice you've just engaged in. Opening up your eyes and a final deep cleansing breath, reaching up and exhaling. And go and have a wonderful day. And I hope everyone got a good practice in for flexibility of total body joints. See you next time. Bye-bye.